Aho, hijang kishina hinikaregiwina. Hampte e washjing punch hiske wani hahikjane. Greetings everyone. Today we're going to be looking for wintergreen. I'm going to show you how to harvest it, what to look for, how to find it, how to prepare it. And first we've got to find it. So wintergreen, it likes well-draining acidic soil, usually by oak trees or pine trees. And yeah, that's usually like in the Black River Falls area, like Dells Dam, Levis Mound, Wildcat Mound, in that area. But what you're going to look for, it's going to have 3 leaves on it. Yeah, right here. I don't know if you can see that. That's what you're going to look for right there. So to tell, you'll take a leaf off. And you can bend it in between your fingers. And you smell it. And you'll smell just like the wintergreen gum. So when you harvest it, you're just going to take 1 leaf from each plant. There's 3 leaves on a plant usually. And in a general area where there's a patch, you're only going to take about 10%. That way there's more left over for other people and or animals, and that way the patch survives. Yeah, they have a waxy coating on them. Or it looks a lot waxy anyways. So we're going to harvest some more and then I'll show you how to prepare it. Now sometimes you can find little red berries, and those are edible as well, but you just don't want to eat too many of them. We're just going to take 1 leaf from each plant, and they can vary in color too. Like some can be dark, some can be light. And like I said before, they like well-draining acidic areas like pine and oak. There's an oak up here, but see, it's not where I'm at. It's not very plentiful right now, but if I went to other areas, you can see it. It'd be everywhere. But yeah, here's a big one right here. I'm going to fill this up and then we're going to take it back and I'll show you how to make the tea. Yep, just walking back and I found another big patch here. You can see right there. You can see it all over here. And that is what you're looking for, right there. Yeah, it's pretty plentiful in this area. And you can tell by, kind of tell where to look because of all the oak leaves and pine needles. So usually if there's a bunch of oak leaves and pine needles on the ground, there's a good chance find all wintergreen. I think right here's a berry. I found a berry finally. It's out here about half hour already. And that is what you're looking for. See if we can find another berry. But yeah, that is what the berries look like. Just giving you an overview of this little patch I found. You always want to make sure to, just every once in a while, just when you break one off, just fold it in half and rub it a little bit and then give it a smell, and it smells of wintergreen. Take it. Alright, and then this is, you don't want to eat too many berries if you find a lot of berries, because you're not going to have a good day after that. But you would treat wintergreen like a medicine. It's similar to aspirin. So when you make tea, I'll tell you when we make tea, when give you instructions on that. So alright, I'm going to pick the last of it that I need and then head back to the house. Alright, now that I got back to the house, I'm going to show you how to prepare the wintergreen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse this. You want to rinse it, if you're going to ferment it, you want to rinse it with non-chlorinated water, so non-tap water, and I got distilled water here. So just going to rinse it real quick. And there's two ways I'm going to prepare this. One's just adding it to tea. So I got my berry here. I got some tea in a tea bag. Just got hibiscus tea. I'm just going to add a few leaves. Just going to rip them. Probably 3 or 4 leaves. Waiting for my water to scream there. And then we can let that steep. The second way of doing it, this is the way that Henning Garvin told me about. So you're going to get a jar, you're going to fill it with, again, non-chlorinated water, like distilled water or purified water, just nothing with chlorine in it, because that's not good anyway. So I'm using distilled water. And you can just put it in a jar and let it sit for like 3 days until the bubbles start forming, and then you strain out the leaves and then you can drink it. And yeah, it's like medicine, so you can't have, Henning told me 1 cup would be good per person for a serving. Otherwise, you don't want, like, it's just like medicine, you can't have too much of it. So what I'm going to do, I got a fancy fermenting jar to let the pressure out if there's too much. And I'm going to Put all these leaves in here. This just keeps everything under the surface so it doesn't mold. And it's got a little vent to allow air out if there's too much. So I'm just going to let that sit out for like 3 days until I start seeing bubbles forming, and then strain it and drink it. But that's the 2 ways of preparing wintergreen. Alright, thanks for watching.